Hello and welcome, my name is Charlotte and I am the High Heel Stitcher here on Flosstube and on Instagram. Welcome or welcome back. I know that I've had a few new subscribers recently, so if this is your first time watching me, then thank you very much for spending a little bit of time with me. I think the last time I checked my subscriber was 596, so I'm really close to that 600 mark, which is very exciting. And if you are returning, then thank you very much for coming back. It is currently the 3rd of June, about 8 o'clock in the evening. We have been having a mixture of weather the last couple of weeks. We had a heat wave and now we're having storms, so yes, the great British weather. So I have stitched on 4 projects since my last video 2 weeks ago. I will be giving you my end of month figures and showing you what I have stitched on. If you are new here, I am currently doing no new starts in 2026, and I'm happy to say that May I again did not have a new start, so I'm going strong. So whoever picked May in the little giveaway thing that I'm running, unfortunately, you didn't win. I'm really sorry, but I will put a link to it below. If you haven't, then you can guess on which month I will cave and have a new start. I've not yet had a finish in 2026, so I probably won't have a new start until I finish something. I know I am having one new start in August, but that doesn't count towards my new starts, and I'll go into that later. So yes, what has happened in the last couple of weeks? I've been away to a retreat, the Bella Filipina retreat in Northampton, run by Hawkins Hobbies, and then the following weekend I had a day retreat over in Portsmouth, run by the lovely Kim at KLT Charting. There has been some haul purchasing at both of these events, so I will show that later on in the video. So let's get on with the stitching. I have 4 projects to show you, 2 bothy threads and 2 Bella Filipinas. So in no particular order, the first one is, oh, I've swapped my camera around, is Feathers by Bothy Threads. I have swapped out the fabric because I don't like stitching on 14 count Aida. Hopefully you will see a picture, and then this is where we are at. Since my last video, I have done 111 stitches, which is these ones here, and in May I did a total of 211 stitches. This is his butt, and moving down to his leg. The fabric is an 18 count Aida by Kim at KLT Charting, and it is called The Grass is Greener. It was a limited edition a couple of years ago, I believe. So yes, this one goes with me when I go to stitchy days, so it doesn't get a lot of stitches. The horse needle minder is one by Denkai Designs, and then this one was from Kim from her first stitchy day retreat. The ground guard is Dragons, and again is from Kim at KLT Charting. Love that. So there's the fabric in there. This had, as I said, 211 stitches in the month, It went from 1,140 to 1,351, 17.27% to 20.46%. The second of the threads kit I worked on was Revere. It is a shoe. This was gifted to me from somebody at the Villa retreat last year, so I thought before this one I should probably get some stitching done. Turns out the lovely lady who gave it to me wasn't actually there this year, so that is as much as I have done. So I had this little white bit done at the start, and now I have done all of that. This got 989 stitches. I was a little bit worried that you couldn't see the white, and it doesn't really show up, but all of the white will be either backstitched or is in the middle of the black, so you will see it. I do have a couple of threads, so I apologise if you don't like that. I have swapped the fabric out. This is an 18 count vintage marble by Zweigart, and I'm stitching all my high heels on this same fabric so they all match. Needle minder was a gift from the lovely Nat. Love it, live it, make it yours. Grime guard is one from KLT Charting. Yes. 989. I don't have percentages on this one because I've not finished recharting it to work in Pattern Keeper, and this one gets kept in a project bag that I made myself. It's absolutely atrocious, but it does the job. Right. My next two projects are Bella Filipina ones that I pulled out when I went to the retreat. So the first one I worked on is Hollyberry Pixie. I just think she is absolutely stunning. I love her so much. She's really pretty. I managed to get 1,177 stitches on her over 2 days. And there she is. Oh, I just absolutely love her. So I fully have done all the stitches in her skirt, and I've moved down into her legs, and I think there's only 1 or 2 colours left in her legs, and then that will be done, and then it will just be the border to go. She is stitched on a 32 count even weed called Lust from Kim at KLT Charting, and I believe this was a limited edition a couple of years ago. I absolutely love how she looks on this fabric. I'm not stitching her skin 1/1 or 2/10, 2/110. I'm just doing 2/2. I have not yet attempted a 1/1 or 2/110. Potentially on the other Bella Filipina that I've got on the go. Oh, love her. She does have some sparkly threads in there. I have swapped threads out for, they call for Krynic, but I've swapped them out for Petite Treasure Braid because I do prefer stitching with that. then my last project to show you is Mayari, again by Bella Filipina. I've done the majority of her dress and I was working on the wings. She got a few additional days, so she had 2 days while at the retreat, and then I worked on her for a few days when I got back because I really wanted to get the wings done. And this is where she is. So as you can see, I have now finished all the stitching in the wings. There is some Krynic in there, and that is her in all her glory so far. So I've not yet started stitching the skin. I have recharted this to work in Pattern Keeper, and I have charted it for 1/1 skin. I don't know if that was really a good idea considering this is quite dark fabric. This is 32 count Supernova by Sparkleys. It does have some purple hints in it. Around there is just purple. So the needle minder was from the first Bella Filipina retreat, and it's by Denkai Designs. I would absolutely love to get this done by the next Bella Filipina retreat next year, but we shall wait and see. She has a lot of beads, and I haven't even finished the stitching yet, and that the halo on her is going to be intense, I feel, because the majority of that is Krynic. I've swapped out one Krynic for Petite Treasure Braid because I couldn't get it, and now I do wish that I had swapped them all out for Petite Treasure Braid, but it's a bit late now. Mayari got 1,981 stitches in her. The majority of that was in her wings and then just a little bit on the blue sash. So, yes. In total for May, I worked on 7 projects. I stitched for 25 out of the 31 days. And I managed 7,472 stitches, which I think works out as an average of 241 a day, which I try and aim for 250, but the last couple of months both have been 241 a day, so we're consistent if nothing else. My goals for May, I switched up a bit. I didn't stitch on my Middle-earth map, my Pandemic, or my Partridge in a Pear Tree. So I am behind on all them, but I'm not going to worry, I'm not going to panic. My focus for a finish, Kaleidoscope Unicorn, I managed 1,036, so I still owe about 1,000 on that, so I will hopefully do that this month. I did hit my target for Kaleidoscope Hippo. I wanted to get to 25% on that, and I managed to hit that, and that was mainly my goals for May. For June, I am going a little bit monogamous. I want to work on my Middle-earth map. So the target for this year is to get to 50,000 stitches, which is about 36,000 to get stitched in this year. So far I've done about 6.5. By this time I think I need to be about 16,000, so I'm 9.5 under where I need to be. So for the month of June, I am going to primarily stitch on my Middle Earth map to see if I can try and catch up a little bit of that. We shall see. Hopefully I will get the 1,000 stitches done on my Kaleidoscope Unicorn. I think I might swap that one, and that one will become my work stitch. So I'll stitch on that if I have any time before work or in my lunch break. I would like to get to 25%, another 25% on Kaleidoscope Hippo, which will be about just under 2,000 stitches. I don't think that will get done, but if I can get 1,000 stitches done on Kaleidoscope Unicorn, I will then swap over to my Kaleidoscope Hippo, because that one does need to be done by 20th of August. So we will see how well I do with those goals. No plans to have any new starts, so we're fine. We are fine with that. So that's plans, end of month stats. Oh, I am doing stitch from stash this year, so my brought forward figure was £73.94. My budget is £20 a month. I had no finishes. I did spend £175.94 in May, but I did destash £122 worth, so my closing balance is £40, so we're still good. We are still good. Yes. I would like to thank anybody who did purchase anything from my destash in May, as I have been able to do an additional payment against funeral, brother-in-law. Not going to go into it. We'll move forward onto that. So that is all of that. I would like to go on to move on to haul, and then we'll do a bit of life update. But first we'll talk a little bit about the 2 retreats that I went on. So the first one was over the 2nd May bank holiday weekend, and it was the Bella Filipino retreat, and it was really good. Me and the lovely Lulu went up on the Friday. We could get in the stitcher room from 4 PM, so that was good. We managed to get our spot, and that was the start. That was the weekend that the heat wave hit the UK, where it was like 32 degrees. It was very hot, but we luckily had a very nice aircon in the stitcher room. But as soon as you got out of the stitcher room, boy did it hit you. So, had a really lovely time, met some lovely people, caught up with some other lovely people, had some good laughs. It was such fun and spent quite a bit of money. But that's what retreats are for: having fun, stitching, chatting and spending. So would like to just do a couple of shout outs from that one. So we met up with the lovely Keely, Cakes and Stitches. Loved seeing her progress on her Esmeralda in real life. She's done so much. It was really lovely to see that. Then we also, on our table, we had so Lou, Angelic Minxie Moo. We had the lovely Teresa from Teresa Little Stitcher, Susie, Kirsty, Nikki. We had such a good table, chatted, had some laughs. It was really nice. And I also met the lovely Lindsay from Blushing Pink Stitches. I saw her Bellas, and her Freya is just absolutely stunning. And the way she stitches in hand is just amazing. So yes, had oh, the food again was lovely. I have the dietary things, I have to be careful, but they always cater so well to me for my dietary divaness. And got a lovely picture of me with the dryads. So in Myth and Magic Stitch Wars, I'm a siren, and I took a picture with, I think, 5 out of the 6 dryads, which was really nice and funny, because at the Southampton retreat back in March there was 5 sirens and 1 dryad, so we did the reverse. So yeah, that was a really good day, really good weekend, and hopefully I can go back next year. And then the other day retreat that I went to was the following week, and it was Kim, KLT Charting, did a Stitchy Day retreat over in Paulsgrove. It's really good. Just a day of sitting down, stitching with all the people, having a really good laugh. Met some absolutely amazing, lovely people. Amy from All Things Cross Stitch on YouTube and Instagram came down with her lovely friend Mel. We got to meet them. Oh, it was just fantastic to have there. All the usual suspects were there for our local Stitchy meetup, so it was just fantastic day. So we have another meetup, just a regular Stitchy meetup, in I think a few weeks time, which is at Make in Fratton. So yes, that should be good. Right, haul and then life update. So there is a little bit of, there's quite a bit of haul actually. So we'll start off with the non-retreat haul, and then we will move on to retreat haul. So the non-retreat haul was literally, I think, just this one thing. I got the new Nudge snap frames. I got the orange one. This is the 8x11. So I'm going to give that a go. I got it from a UK website. I think it's stitcher.co.uk. Never heard from them before, so I thought I'd give them a go. They had some good reviews, and I managed to get this Nudge snap frame for a lot cheaper than some other places that I've seen online. So I think a couple of them with postage was about £18-19, but I managed to get this for, I think it was £12.50 posted. So yeah, really good, really happy. So we will give that a go. I did get a ground guard for it. I asked Kim to see if she can make me one, because I don't have one for an 8x11. So we've got a giraffe ground guard for that, which I did pick up at the Stitchy Day retreat, but technically not. So we'll go with the non-retreat haul, non-stitchy haul really, but I got this Lion King book nook thing that that. It goes on your bookshelf. You put it together and it goes on your bookshelf. And I love the Lion King. Nat sent me the link. It was half price on Hobbycraft, so I was like, yeah, go on then. So, where are you? So, we'll do the Bella retreat first. First of all, I got this lovely project bag. It's got unicorns on there, and on the other side it's actually, sorry, it's a bit, got a unicorn embroidered. Ooh, there we go. Absolutely love this. It's a really nice big size, so it will fit the project with the Q snap, and it has a handle, so it's easy to carry around. That was from Stitchamajig, I think. She does have an Etsy. Next, I picked up my designs for my needle minders from Denkai Designs. There was 4 on offer, so 3 for the retreat and then 1 with the exclusive design on there. So I got those, and then I did also get 2 more needle minders from Denkai. So the first one is this seahorse, which I got because I do really want to start Freya, which is a Bella Filipina. Ignore the state of my nails. Now the next one, viewer discretion is advised. It's very me. I found it absolutely hilarious. So you have been warned. If you don't like Falky things, yeah, it's eat a bag of dicks, and it's a bag of dicks. Absolutely, yeah, no, absolutely love that. I saw it and I was like, yeah, no, I need that. Absolutely need that in my life. So those were the needle minders that I got. Ooh, crinkle, crinkle. So we also did get an exclusive design, and this is Lady Dorothy, she is lovely. Now this is the 4th one, the 4th retreat exclusive. I've stitched the first 2. I will be stitching last year's one. I am not sure if I will stitch her. She is lovely. I just don't know if I will stitch her. If I do, I will stitch her and maybe these couple of borders, but I don't think I will stitch this outer border or the lettering. So we shall see. And then the only other bit of haul that I got is this wooden gauge, square gauge. It's a 3-inch gauge, so you just put it on the corner of your stitching and it will measure 3 inches, which is really handy. And it was from the lovely Cheryl. I can't remember for the life of me her business name, but I will hopefully link it below. But yeah, it says measure twice, cut once. Oh, there, it's literally Stitching Woodcrafts. There it is. It's literally on there. So that is going to come in very handy. And the only other thing from the Bella retreat was the mystery box that we did. There was 10 prompts, 10 items, and this is the one that I got given. lovely cherry box. I'll just very quickly leave a cherry in there. So one of them was something for a charity, and got this cute little potted plant, and it's for the Alzheimer's Research UK, which is so cute. He's gonna, I might take him to work and he's gonna sit on my desk. Next was two of something, and I got these really cute little cross stitch kits. They are full kits, so that's a little party hat and a little beehive. Oh, I think that's a beehive. Yeah. Something soft. Got this little kitty cat, and his name is Mango. It's a little key ring. He may go on my bag. Was something card, and I got this worry stone. Each row is like a different stone that does different things, your aura, and you just rub it when you're worried, which is lovely. Something naughty but nice. I've got some candy kittens. I do love them, and they're vegan, so which means they're dairy free, which means I can eat them. Something with a bee on them. Got some bee tea towels. Something yellow. This little trinket tray. So put my jewellery in that. Something that reminds you of summer. I've got a little Indian summer pack from Paintbox Threads. Lovely colours. Something that is for like the 4-year anniversary, so you had different things that you could think of, like amethyst was one of them. There was like a flower in that, but I got this, and it's amethyst Bella Filipina chart. She's stunning, and it comes with the beads and the crying egg. So, yeah. And then the last thing was something representing fire. This one's really crinkly, I'm really sorry. And it's this piece of fire even weave by Sparklies, and yeah, 18 by 27, and this is stunning. Absolutely, I'm going to put that down because that's really crinkly. I have saved in the design and fabric viewer a Bella Filipina chart on 3 different types of fabric, 2 reds and 1 orange. And the orange fabric that I picked was Fire by Sparklies. So I just feel like it's a sign it's meant to be, which means I need to stitch that design on that fabric. And I think I need to do it soon. But at the same time, I need to finish some things. I really, really do. So, yeah. Now that I've shown you, I can actually use some of these. What's this? Right, so that was the Bella Filipina haul. We will then move on to the KLT Day Retreat haul. And do it quick because I'm losing the light. So, I got given this by the lovely Mel, which is in Stitches 76 on Instagram. She gave us little table gifts for it, and it's absolutely lovely. And that there's just like, there's a little tin, there's some stickers. Oh, donut. Oh, that's just me. Donut. Love a donut. It's got like a little notepad. and then like a little mini kit. How adorable is that? Yeah, really cute. Love it. I picked a green one because, yeah, it's really lovely, really lovely. I picked up another scissor case. This one is in tiger print, so that's really good to just have for when you take your scissors travelling. There was a raffle, and my sister brought the tickets. She won. Then when she won again, she gave it to me, and I picked this cross-stitch graph paper so I can design my own charts. Will I ever use it? I don't know, but is there if I ever do? And then yeah, little goodie bag from Kim with some Biscoff. Absolutely loves Biscoff, and it's dairy free. We got an exclusive, so this thread is exclusive to Kim's day retreats. So you can't, that it won't ever go on the website. You can only get it if you go to this retreat. It's that lovely purple, absolutely stunning purple. And then we got some stickers and some bobbins. So seal of approval. Got a little dragon and a little stitch with some pancakes. I do. Oh, we actually got pancakes at the weekend. We haven't eaten them. I know what I'm doing after this. Telling Dara that I want the pancakes. And then just a little note that says thank you for coming, and we get to pick out an Ollie chart PDF. In all honesty, I forgot to do the one from February because shit hit the fan the day after, so I haven't actually done that one. I need to decide which one I want. And then the last two things that I got was some fabric. Now I've realised I have a lot of fabric, so I am now on a fabric buying ban, no more. But this one I got, it's some Silver Moon 18 count Ada. Now this one I brought for a purpose. The Museum After Midnight by Lola Crow, that sale, I brought this for that because it will fit. So that one has a purpose because I have major FOMO for this sow. I haven't yet brought it. I will end up buying it. I know I will. But I am watching everybody's progress on Instagram. I saw some at the Bella Retreat being stitched, the frames in. It's absolutely stunning. I really want to start it, and the FOMO is massive. And the FOMO got even worse when Lou stole / brought some fabric of mine at the Bella Retreat that I wasn't even selling, but anyway, and she started it there and then, we're stitching on it, and it's just absolutely amazing. So I know I will buy the chart. I will get the chart. I will not stitch it because I still haven't finished the Deadly Aquarium sale. So, and then the other piece of fabric that I got is some Rum and Raisin, and this is a 28 count sparkly 18 by 27, so it will fit a fancy lady on it, but it's just a really nice neutral, and I don't have any Rum and Raisin in my stash. I do have some Silver Moon, but not in the size that I need. I've only got small pieces, so I needed that for the Museum After Midnight sale for when I ever start it in like 30 years time or whatever. So yes, and that is all the haul that I have. I am waiting on my final Year in the Woods by Cottage Garden sampling. It got announced, I think, today that it is a little fawn and it's absolutely adorable, so I can't wait to get that. Considering I've only started 2 of the original 12, finished none, it's going to be a while before I get those, so anyway, but yes, that is all the stitchy stuff that I have. So next is just a little bit of a life update. I know not everyone is interested in that, so if you are leaving me now, thank you very, very much for sticking around and watching me. I hope you like what you see, and I will hopefully see you. I probably won't do a mid-month update next month if it's just the one project that I'm really working on, so I'll probably just do an end of month update. So, life update. What has happened in the last couple of weeks? Obviously a couple of the retreats, I can't remember. We now have cause of death for the brother-in-law, so that's just brought all the feelings back up again, so we're just riding that out. One day we came back from work, we opened the front door and we were just hit with the smell of raw sewage in the house, and we then, both of us just went full on panic and oh my gosh, what happened? Running around seeing where the smell was coming from. We found that the downstairs toilet had completely dried up. No water was in that toilet and the smell was just coming up, and we're like, oh gosh, please don't say the downstairs toilet is busted. That's not good at all. So flushed the toilet, it filled up, it stayed filled up, and we're just like, okay, and then we just like had to get everything that could have a smell linger on it just out, any fabrics or anything, we just got out and we aired it out. Thankfully it was in the middle of the heat wave, so we could just leave it outside. So we're like, oh gosh, what's that? What happened? What happened? Didn't think anything of it. Took days for this smell to just finally evaporate, sort of thing. But the next day, after I came back from work, and there was a truck pumping sewage out of the drain, and we'd noticed them around the corner doing that like the week before, and then they were out the front doing it. And Daryl, when Daryl came back from work, he was like, oh yeah, they were doing that. That truck was out the back with all the garages. It was out there. So we think that they had pumped something around and it had sucked all the water out of the toilet, and it was just the smell of sewage. So touch wood, it's not happened again. We have had the trucks around again, but they've not been out the back, they've just been around the front. So hopefully it's not going to happen again, because that was an absolutely foul smell, and it full on panicked us that we were going to have to like have a plumber out for the toilet. Sarabi is finally out of heat. Finally, she really doesn't cope well with the additional hormones pumping around her body. So I am going to hopefully call the vet at some point this week to get her booked in to get spayed, and just talk to them about the different options there are. Izzy seems to be okay. we're fine with that. Work's starting to pick up, get a bit manic, but it is what it is. HMRC have decided to bring in a new regulation, MTD, for income tax, so we're just prepping for everything on that. So yes, right, I've waffled on for I think long enough. Thank you each and every one of you for sticking around and watching me, and I will see you again next month. Thanks, bye.